I was really a carpenter, and I spent many years building custom cabinetry, mantles, stuff of that sort, working with my hands. But found myself that I didn't really want to do that anymore. I enjoyed the work, but it didn't have the passion anymore. And so I decided to go to culinary school, and in 2004 I did. And you know, 3 years later, I was a Food Network guy. I had a lot of great experiences, met a lot of great chefs. There's a lot of people that get into the culinary field and they kind of spin their wheels. They do the same thing for a long period of time. So at my age, knowing that, I was looking for all the unique things. I didn't mind cooking. I thought that was great. The creativity end of it was very cool, because sitting at home in between jobs, stuff of that sort, you watch TV, and of course if the Food Network is on, you're watching these people do things. And I said, well, why can't I do that? I'll try. So in going to culinary school, I learned the basics, but I also looked for that niche thing, and I found it in fruit and vegetable carving. The Culinary Food Network stuff still came while I was in culinary school. I was still just a student. I was working at one of the local country clubs, just trying to finish school, make $1, and really see where things were going. And then when they called, I said, they really said they didn't want a student, they wanted a professional. But Chef Gans from OCC really said, well, you know, you need to look at this guy anyways. You know, he's not your average 19-year-old that's just first into culinary school. So they gave me an opportunity. And while in culinary school, they looked at my portfolio, which was really only about 4 or 5 months old, because in April was when I took my first seminar. And then the Food Network calls in October, November. So it was really very, very young. But they still saw something there, whether it was you know, just a guy to come in and get, you know, beat up by the Asians, or whether it was something that was really right. Either way, they still said, okay, you get to go to Hawaii. Since the original Food Network series challenge, Fantasy Fruit Sculpture, I finished my culinary degree, and I've opened my own company called Artisans in Culinary. And Artisans in Culinary is a multifaceted company. We don't deal just with the food part of it. We deal with the garnish end of it. We deal with the tablescaping. We deal with really making the event appropriate to what the guest or what the host is looking for. The most recent big thing for me was the Culinary Olympics in Erfurt, Germany. We spent 5 days there, 6 days actually, with travel, and competed on the world scale now. You know, we've competed on the national, we've competed on the local, but now we're at the world scale. I was able to put a display up that was judged alongside an Italian and a Japanese sculpture. Okay, now that's pretty big. It was something that I was exposed to about a year ago when I was told, hey, you know, there's this big deal that goes on in Germany every 4 years, and if you go there and you do well, it's really a great piece for your resume. It's a great piece to show other culinarians. So I spent a year thinking about it and doing the little things that were precursors for it, like testing different techniques and going to different competitions. And felt that I could really compete there, and you know, come back with something that said that I was good enough to be there. You know, I didn't want to go and just get a diploma. I didn't want to go and just watch. I wanted to go and put something up there and say, here's your chance. Judge me. Tell me what I really am. So I spent a couple of months talking to people that have been there, and they had given me quite a bit of positive feedback that they felt that if I went there and did the work that I do, that I would be in good shape. So I came back on the 23rd of October with a bronze medal in hand, and I was very pleased with that. Some of the things that I saw there were absolutely incredible. It's quite the extravaganza for culinarians. Well, you know, the biggest contributor I really had was the Flint Saginaw chapter of the American Culinary Federation. Chef Robson Cooper, Chef John Zender, Black Forest, Brew House and Grill. They were very, very helpful. We had a silent auction in the 1st of October that took care of quite a bit of the funding I needed to be able to participate over in Germany. And really, without the help of the chefs and the ACF for Flint Saginaw, it might not have happened. It really might not have happened for me. So you know, it was very nice to see how those chefs really know what I was trying to do and really understood what it took for me to do it. And they all just made sure that you know, everything was done the right way. So.